I thought about turning this video into like a long-winded impressions video of a whole bunch of new gear, or a channel update, and kind of go through the explanation of why I've been so slow with content and why I haven't been around very much. But after working with this tool for a while, I realized that it really deserves its own separate video. Spring break just started for me, and I wanted to do some filming, but check out my usual filming spot. So that is actually the path I used to take to get to my filming area. And it's basically flooded completely by the river. So all that back there, that's where I used to film. Across the raging river. The river is majorly flooded because of all the crazy snow we had. So that is why I'm gonna have to do stuff in other locations. Like my backyard. Yeah, check that out. Let's see if we can break a couple rules. It's the footpath under the bridge. I don't think I'll be going that way. Crazy. That's why I'm going back. Oh, look at my hair. I'm going back somewhere a little more dry. Now that's more like it. I think I'm above the flood line at this point. Just check out this landscape, basically just desert foothills. It is super windy up on this hill. I have this hat like locked onto my head. So I'm gonna go back down to where my car is and start my hike. Woo! I like this hat, but I feel like I'm a little dorky with this thing around my head. Just kind of want to give you an idea of what I'm trying to deal with here. It's extremely windy right now. And I'm trying to get down there. I think it's kind of funny that the one piece of gear I wanted to show off today is the piece of gear that I completely forgot at home. I wanted to show my new knife. It's designed by Sigma 3 Survival School and built by Blackfeather Knives. They call it their standard heavy-duty survival knife. And it's incredible. So I got my hands on the Sigma 3 survival knife through trade. I traded my LT Wright Mantis Sospes for it, which unfortunately means I won't be able to make an actual review for that knife like I promised. Sorry about that, for those who were waiting on that. You know, I love that knife. It's such a great knife, but for me personally, it was just a little heavy, so I wasn't using it very much. And the opportunity came up to trade for this Sigma 3 knife, and I just couldn't say no. I've been eyeing it, but it was out of my price range. And the guy who traded it for me did straight across trades. And I really appreciate it, Mike, for trading like that. So I'm back in my backyard, and that's where I have my knife.
So that's nice. But I wanted to go over the specs. Here it is. Alright, so this is the Sigma 3 standard survival knife. They call it their heavy duty knife. This little fob, this little lanyard, did not come with it. This was put on by the previous owner so that you can easily pull it out of its sheath. It does come in handy also as a pinky lanyard, so when you're chopping with it, it doesn't, you can keep it in there without flying out. Blaze orange to make it easy to find. So thanks, Mike. The blade length on this is 5 1/4, and it's got an overall length of 10 inches. The blade thickness is 3/16. It's made of a 01 tool steel, and it has a saber grind. I measured the weight with the sheath. It comes to 13.7 ounces. The handle is super comfortable. It fills out my hand perfectly. I wear a large size glove, and it's very comfortable for me. Very well balanced. It has these thumb scallops here, so if you're doing different types of chest lever grips or something, or a pull cut, it works really nicely. One innovation is the pommel, which has a kind of serrated edge so that you can scrape tinder really easily. So I wanted to compare this knife to the only other big knife I have, and that is my Pathfinder Scout. Now this knife, is 11 inches overall, so about an inch longer. The cutting edge is like 5 3/8, so just a little bit longer on the cutting edge. You can see they're very similar in blade style. The Pathfinder Scout being a little bit wider this way, a little bit wider this way. Thickness wise, you can see that the Pathfinder is a little bit thinner. The main difference, besides the obvious, the handle's a lot thinner on this one, and weight wise, this is, what did I say, 14.3 ounces, so less than an ounce more. And all of these are lighter than the Mantis Sospes by LT Wright, which I forgot to weigh it before it left me, but it was quite a bit heavier than this. I would say it's close to a pound, even with the sheath and everything. It's a big knife. So on their website, Sigma 3 talks about how it was designed to be paired with a smaller Scandinavian grind knife. They've designed this thing called the Sigmora, which is supposed to work similarly to a Mora and be a little more robust. I think it's like an 1/8 thick and made by Blackfeather Knives, same as the standard. It looks like a great knife. I don't have one, so I can't really compare. And it's supposed to do that. That Scandi knife is supposed to do 80% of your work, whereas the rest of it, all that heavy-duty stuff would be done with your big knife, your saber grind, which is a little bit tougher, and it's supposed to handle all the heavy-duty stuff like batoning. What do they say? Standards for heavier tasks, chopping limbs, batoning, making bone tools, etc. I've never made bone tools, so I don't know. Maybe what that is.
I'd say that's a pass. Now, I'm not ever for chopping with a knife, but for testing purposes, why not? Chipping, no rolling. Seems fine to me.
As I've been testing it, it's excelled at that stuff. I really like it as a primary survival knife. It can do the fine tasks. I was doing some real light feather sticking with it. Brought it in the kitchen, cut up an apple. 3/16 is a little thick for me to be doing kitchen work, but it cut the apple. What more can you want? So the warranty on all Blackfeather knives is lifetime. Under normal circumstances, anything that does happen to it, with everyday use, it's covered. And they also have a free sharpening system, so you can send it back to them and they'll sharpen it up for you. We got construction going down the street, so big trucks keep going by. Now the big complaint everybody always has on these is the price. On their website right now, these sell for $325. I don't know if that covers shipping. It does cover come with the sheath. And that seems like a lot, and it is, for somebody with a low budget or with a standard budget, it's quite a bit. But when you think about it, Blackfeather Knives is putting 10 hours of work into each one of these. So there's meticulous time being spent on each one of these knives individually. They're all handmade here in the US. They cover the warranty, they have the sharpening, they're built like a tank, and so $325 seems like a lot, but the old saying, buy once, cry once, kind of applies to this. You're only going to need one. It's built to be a family heirloom that you pass down to your kids. So, if you're in need of a big survival knife this isn't actually very big compared to some of the stuff you can get, but if you're in need of a survival knife, I'm liking this one. It doesn't have the heritage that this has had, thanks to Dave Canterbury. But I like the Sigma more than I like this one, mainly because the handle doesn't fill as much in this, and it's a little bit lighter. But you be the judge.